All right, we're on Keilim Perak Aleph Mishnah Chet. We're continuing to learn the uniqueness of the holiness of the 10 different levels of Kedusha as we go from 10 to 1, the top 10 levels of Kedusha in the world, or in Eretz Yisrael. So, Lifnim min hachoma mikudash mehem. So the last one we learned before in the last Mishnah was Ayarot mukafot choma, walled cities. So beyond walled cities are lifnim min hachoma, inside the walls of Yerushalayim. They're more holy than them. She'ochlim sham kachim kalim, because you can eat their kadashim kalim. Kadashim kalim are types of korbanot, like korban pesach, certain types of korbanot that were offered in the Beit HaMikdash, and then you would eat the owners would eat the meat in the she'arecha, in your gates. And your gates here means in Yerushalayim. In addition, ma'aser sheni. Ma'aser sheni is the ma'aser that would be collected on the, I always mess this up, on the 2nd, 3rd, I think 5th and 6th. I'm pretty sure those are the 4 years. Collect ma'aser sheni, you transfer the money, and then you bring it, you have to eat it in Yerushalayim. So after the Choma, the walls of Yerushalayim, Har Habayit Mekudash Menu, Har Habayit is more sanctified. She'en zavim v'zavot, nidot v'yodot, nichasim nesham. The zavim, zavot, nidot v'yodot, they don't enter there until after they're, of course, Torah, and if they have to be korbanot. Okay, especially Zav and Zava are Tmeim, and they can't enter into the Beit HaMikdash. Now, I want to share with you the Tosefta, the language of the Tosefta, because the language of the Tosefta is fascinating, creates a very interesting parallel. The Tosefta says the following. Remember, the Tosefta is Tanaitic sources from the same sources as the Tanaim. Kshem shayu midbar, says the Tosefta, Kshem shayu midbar shalosh machanot. Just like in the Midbar, the desert, there were 3 machanot, 3 camps. Machane Shechina, Machane Leviyah, Machane Yisrael, the Machane of God, of Shechina, of Leviyim and Israel. Kacha Yerushalayim, Mipetach Yerushalayim, by Petach Har Habayit, Machane Yisrael. In the Petach Yerushalayim, it's a Petach Har Habayit, and that's why someone out who's a Mitzorah can't be in Yerushalayim. I'll just show you. I made a chart in Microsoft Word. So therefore, Ayom Mukafot Choma like Yerushalayim. That's it. So then, meaning here, Eretz Yisrael in the Eretz Yisrael here is what's called Machane. Is called Eretz Yisrael is called Eretz Yisrael, but Ayarod Mukafot Choma, the city, that's called Machane Yisrael. So I just added in the chart, we have Ayarod Mukafot Choma, that's connected in Tosefta to Machane Yisrael. Let's go back to Tosefta. Okay? Mipetach Har Habayit ad Sha'arei Nikanor, from the entrance of Har Habayit until the Nikanor gates, that's called Machane Leviyah. Sha'arei Nikanor, v'lifnim, Machane Shechina. And that's the Shechina. V'heimem HaKleim should be by the claim are the gates of the Mishkan. So let's see if we can fill in our chart. Yerushalayim until Har Habayit is Machane Yisrael. Petach Har Habayit until Sha'arei Nikanor is Machane Leviyah. We haven't learned all of these things, but here we're going to see inside the gates, Har Habayit, inside the Chel, Ezrat Nashim. Remember, that's up until Sha'ar Nikanor, up through Sha'ar Nikanor. That's all Machane Leviyah, because Ezrat Nashim, that's the end. The entrance is to Eretz Yisrael is Sha'ar Nikanor, the Nikanor gates, and from there that was called Machane Shechina. So we see this really fascinating parallel between the Mishnah and the Tosefta. Let's go back to the Mishnah. Hachel Mekudash Menu is more sanctified than it. Non-Jews and people who are Tamei can't enter there. Just point out, Har Habayit, people who are Tamei can enter Har Habayit, but the fear, of course, nowadays is we wouldn't know where the Chel was and where you're not allowed to enter. Let's just go back to our handy-dandy map. Here's the Chel, right? A Chel, it's inside this already. The Chel are the steps. I got confused, but you can say the Chel are the steps that lead up to Har Habayit into the Beit HaMikdash. Let's go back to the Mishnah. Ezrat Nashim Gudet Shem Imenu. The Ezrat Nashim is not the women's section. Rather, this is the Ezrat Nashim. Okay, I have to move myself over. The Ezrat Nashim is more sanctified than that. Why is Ezrat Nashim more sanctified? She'ein Tvul Yom Nichnas Lasham. Ve'ein Chayavin Alea Chatat. If somebody's a Tvul Yom, he went to the mikvah, but he still didn't, nightfall come, so he's still tameh. He can't go there. Ve'ein Chayavin Chatat, but if he went there, he's not Chayav a Korban Chatat. If you're not Chayav a Korban, this means that it's an Isur D'Rabbanan. The Bartanura says, interestingly, he says, Yehoshaphat ubeit dino. Here, let's look for a second. He said, Tful Yom, Yehoshaphat Ubeit Dino Gezur al Tful Yom. It was a Gzeira of Yehoshaphat and his Beit Din. Let's continue. Ezrat Yisrael Mekudesha Memena. Because Ezrat Yisrael, remember, is even more sanctified. It's after Shah Nikanor. She'en Mechusar Kippurim Nichnas Lasham. Someone who's now going lower. Mechusar Kippurim. If he didn't bring the proper korban, he's all tahor. He went to the mikvah. He waited a night like Mitzorah. He's all ready to go, but he's Mechusar Kippurim. He's missing his korbanot. He can't enter. V'chayavin aleha chatat. And you are chayav chatat. Okay, if someone's Mechusar Kippurim, he's chayav chatat. It's an isur deoraita. Ezrat HaKohanim Mikudeshet. Let's go back to our map just so we see Ezrat Yisrael and Ezrat Kohanim. Ezrat Yisrael is right here, and Ezrat Kohanim is even more sanctified than that. Israel can't enter unless he has to do something. For what? L'smicha, l'shchita, or l'tunfa. He has to do smicha. He has to lean on a korban. Shchita, he can do shchita because shchita is not just the kohen, and you can do it. Utfufa. Some korbanot he had to do. He had to wave the korban. So if he had to be in the korban area to do shchita or whatever, he can get over here, the Ezrat Kohanim, he could come to the korban area to do what he needed, but otherwise, Israel was not permitted to be there. All right, we'll stop here. Let's just review. Okay, we learned Harabayit, Chel, Ezrat Nashim, Ezrat Yisrael, and Ezrat HaKohanim, and we're going to finish it up in the next Mishnah. We'll dedicate our learning to the memory of my father, Harav Simcha ben, let's see if you can find it, Harav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Make it a great day.